After a mild start to the week here in central and eastern Kentucky Monday with highs into the 70s, it felt more like March today with that cold front moving through during the early morning hours, and that March-like feel, that's going to continue the remainder of the week. Looks like a few showers really Thursday night into the early part of Friday, and we mentioned within the last week or so, it looked like we may catch a cold stretch at some point in March, and that appears to be on the way at least into the early and middle part of next week toward the end of the 7-day. Some cloudiness building mid to late morning right along the I-64 corridor, and a big difference in temperatures earlier because of that. With the late departing front down south, we had about a 10 to 12 degree spread earlier. Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD Camera Network skies of clear. We're at 48 down at EKU in Richmond. Northeast winds 10 to 15. They will stay up this evening and overnight and be a little gusty, so keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about this evening. It's 50 here in Lexington. Now it's dropped into the upper 40s and low to mid 50s down south, but about 3 o'clock we were mid to upper 40s here in the Bluegrass and mid to upper 50s down south, again with the later departing boundary, which is now down across the northern part of Georgia. There's your northeast wind. You see the moisture out here. That's a weak area of low pressure that is going to track southeast, so all we will see is a bit of cloudiness as we head into the day tomorrow. Really overnight high thin clouds build in. I think we'll start things out around the freezing mark, and then through the day tomorrow, most locations, I think mid-40s will do it for afternoon highs. We may see a few upper 40s down south. A lot of times the data can try to have temperatures overachieve, but with that kind of setup, with the northeast wind and clouds, sometimes we go a bit below that. A little better, low 50s. Again, the rain chances are going to be during the early morning hours on Friday. I think the bulk of the rain out of here into Friday afternoon, with the exception of far eastern Kentucky. Into the weekend, it'll be cooler on Saturday. Mix of clouds and sun, mainly dry. I think can't rule out a flurry or two in the mountains maybe Friday night into early Saturday, but it's really early Sunday to watch. Notice how the leading edge of the moisture shield during the wee hours of Sunday could start out as a few wet snowflakes, and then we change things over to rain. And I mentioned the cool down. This will take us all the way out towards St. Patrick's Day here, and you see the deeper blue, colder than average temperatures expected during that stretch. Speaking of the cold, of course, still a lot of folks without power. It is going to be a cold overnight. Low 30s expected, a little breezy, cloudy skies tomorrow. Breezy and cool, mid-40s will do it. That northeast wind keeping our temperatures in check. We'll be into the low and mid-50s. Solid blue day. Of course, Kentucky playing on Friday night. Heading to Nashville. It'll be wet on Thursday for the drive down, but the rain will be out of there on Friday. Not bad. Low 60s down there. Saturday, again, dry 45, and then we'll go snow over to some rain. Now, I mentioned the cool down. Only upper 30s for highs early next week.